Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into level 150 against Top Musica over in Pirate King's Adventures with two teams for you guys with no new badge. Now, this is my bonus right now. I just wanted to showcase this before we dive in because this does get very important as this boss has a lot of HP. Makes level 150 very, very tricky. And the first team you guys are going to see in today's video is the Roger team that I put out a couple of days ago with a friend, Captain Shanks. Both of these teams do use a friend, Captain Shanks. He's very, very good for this particular quest. But for this team, it's ideal to have your Shanks at Super Tandem level 3 or higher. So that is the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Alright, so this particular team does take one turn of stall. Stereotypically, I like to try and build these teams. No stall for you guys because if you are running your PKA event every single day, it does take a lot of time. Obviously, once you hit level 150, I do recommend basically just getting to the final boss and then leaving the quest and farming your turtles on your mini-boss fights and utilizing that to maximize your ticket gains. But if you want to really min-max and actually get the most out of your account, you kind of want to actually do this so that way you're getting as many turtle drops so you don't have to farm Himeis. However, farming Himeis is just faster, it's more efficient, it gives you more AXP. I'd probably just do that if you wanted to do something with your time and then just sort of pump out your PK as fast as possible. As you guys saw that we use Roger on turn 2. You can use Roger whenever, as long as it's on the first 3 stages. He gives 1 turn of cooldown and he locks your orbs. You're really just using him for the cooldown and the super types so side characters do more damage. On turn 2 against Uta, we are going to set the defense to 0 with Shanks and then use Shanks' super class to that way give ourselves the recovery or the tandem orbs depending on what barrier she puts up. It works very nicely here and it's a very easy kill as you guys saw there. This team does require Luffy at level limit break 5 as well, so if you are trying this team, make sure to have him level limit broken at max. If you don't, you can try Fuki Jojo guy, but look, the damage is going to be really, really tight if you guys are doing something like that. On the Uta stage 4, you get blinded on your middle row, you get despaired, she puts up 3 turns of damage, threshold. It's very, very annoying, but look, it's very, very doable with this particular team. We're utilizing the free-to-play Uta, she's going to remove the bind for us. She also sets defense to 0, gives us a chain buff. But before we use her double special, you do want to use Robin, so that way you get a 4-turn conditional boost instead of a 1-turn. The 4-turn conditional boost means we're going to carry it into the next turn, and that way we can actually use it past the damage limiter as well. There is going to be a very annoying damage limiter, so you do need to do a lot of damage because 2-turn buffs with the amount of HP that Top Musica has, it can be very, very annoying to deal with. Once Uta dies on this stage, she despairs your captain for something like 12 turns, which is super annoying, but Roger, he makes that very, very easy. On the final stage, there's 3 turns of damage reduction, 6 turns of defense up, and like I said, there's a 70% damage limiter. So as you can see there, you need to do 1.28 billion damage. And that's 70%, right? So there'd be another, like, I don't even know what the extra one would be. Like, yeah, it's a lot of HP. Like, it's just a lot of HP. So you do want to bring multi-stage buffs. Now for this team, we have Luffy to give us an orb boost. He gives us 3 turns of a chain boost. Roger then extends it by 2 turns, so that way it's a 3-turn orb boost. Shanks increases it, he gives you 2 turns of a chain multiplier. And then Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo are going to give you 3-turn chain boundary. With this, we also have the super tandem of Shanks. Just be very careful though, because Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo will counteract the Shanks super tandem. So ideally, if you have your Shanks level 3, your friend captain that is, you can activate him on the 3rd tap, and then that way you can easily get the damage hitting with Roger. With that Odin support, you're giving Roger a Wano orb, and he hits very, very hard at the back end. On the 2nd turn, you still have the defense down. You still have an orb boost. You still have that minuscule attack boost, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. You still have the chain boundary. You still have the chain boost, so all your buffs are still live. And that way, you can pretty much do the exact same amount of damage as you did in the first stage, and easily take out Top Musica there. So a lot of HP. You do need Shanks at level 3 super tandem to make it very, very easy, or a very, very high Usopp multiplier. Alright, so if you're struggling with a friends list that doesn't have level 3 to 5 Shankses, you can use this particular team. This particular team does have a little bit more illustrious characters. However, Shanks can be level 1. The supports, they're pretty much non-existent except that same chopper support you saw in the last team. And it's led by Nami. So that was the team. Those were the support. Well, that was the support. Let's dive in. Now, you can do some other stuff here. You can obviously use stats to make your characters hit a lot harder. I wanted to keep supports off because I know a lot of people don't have the same investments as my characters. And the statues we had were the same as what you saw in the previous clip. So if you guys need to check that out, make sure to go back. We had like 50% extra damage for our side characters. it actually helps out so damn much with this final stage. So make sure you are prioritizing Usopp statues to make sure you get your maximum amount of attack for this final fight. On stage 3 against Usopp, once again, we're using Shanks. Shanks is so good for this stage, and with his captain ability, being able to give himself 3 turns of cooldown, and then using something like the double special of Uta, just means that you can just get it back by the final stage very, very easily. You'll either have to deal with a tandem or a recovery barrier. There's defense up. He basically just takes care of everything you need for this stage, and you get him back by the final stage. Now, as you guys will see here, I've been hitting a couple of perfects. Unlike the previous team, I have been tapping, mainly because you want to build up the versatility of versus Whitebeard. Having the tandem orbs and locking them with Shanks works very nicely for the Whitebeard unit, because now when you are tapping with tandem orbs, you are gaining 2 charges to his versatility, which is going to be very, very key for the final stage. On stage 4, there's 3 turns of damage threshold, and then there's defense up, and there's bind and despair. Uta takes care of the bind and despair, and with the super class of Nami, you can get around the threshold. Unfortunately, that means we're not going to have her conditional boost in the final stage, but that's okay, because we're utilizing Robin and Shanks setting defense to 0 anyway. But as you guys can see here, we can easily take out this particular stage just with that conditional boost and the chain boost, allowing us to save our specials for the final stage. This team is actually no stall as well. It works exceptionally well, and it does quite a bit of damage on this final stage as well. On the final stage, to get around all the despair, we have Robin and Luffy. Luffy's going to be our 5-turn orb booster. Robin's going to be our 3-turn conditional booster. Shanks sets defense to 0, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. And then Nami can actually get around the damage reduction. To get around the stun, just like the last team, we have that same chopper support. You can put him on Luffy, you can put him on Robin, whatever you guys want to do, you can put him anywhere. I believe there's a Zoro that goes on Luffy as well. Or maybe that's not Luffy. The Enma Zoro, I believe, goes on one of the Straw Hats too. So you can do something like that. And on this final stage, you are going to basically have a chain boost and a base stat with Nami, orbs and chain multiplicative with Luffy, conditional boost with Robin, chain boundary with Whitebeard, color affinity with his versatility, and then you have the increase of orbs and the tandem slots thanks to Whitebeard as well. So remember, all type orbs will be unfavorable on this final stage as well, so having a way to make your orbs tandem is going to be very, very essential. Plus, with this particular team, we're actually utilizing Nami's super tandem. So Nami's super tandem is just, it's so strong. At level 5, it does so much damage. As you can see, we managed to hit that damage cap very nicely, very easily. I'm using the Magello ship. You guys can literally use any ship you like. Just whatever your highest attack boost is, just use that. For me, the Magello is, I believe, the highest attack stat for my particular account. But as you can see, nice and easy, taking down top music there. Beautiful stuff. But that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. I'll probably have another PKA video at 150 without any new batch, no Shanks or no nothing tomorrow. And then that'll probably wrap up the PKA stuff for this particular season. But if you enjoyed the video, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, like I said, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.